Hey guys, welcome to today's tutorial, and today we will try to connect to Microsoft SQL Server from Python. And if you have not gone through my video on how to install and set up Microsoft SQL Server, I will have the link in the description so you can check it out, right? So basically I have this server on my system, and inside the server I have a database db1, and then inside db1 I have created a table called test underscore db. So if you want to take a look at that, right? So it's an empty table. So what we will do is, let's do a select star and see what's there. Select star from test underscore db. So right, so no records. So let's insert few records. Insert into test underscore db values name child city. Let's do that. And then execute it. Oh, I used double quotes. So that's oh sorry. Yeah. So this is done. So now if we do select star from test underscore db and execute it, it will say Ajay Mumbai, right? So we want to see this data in Python. So if we go to the Python code, so this is a very simple Python code. So basically you need one library which is basically pydbc, and then you will have to import that particular library. Okay. So for those of you who have not aware of how to install libraries, you can just click install, and then you can do pydbc, right? So that it will install it. And then you have to set up the connection. So that's the most important part. So once you import pydbc, you will do con equal to any variable. You will do pydbc dot connect, and then driver. You have to specify the driver for the your latest SQL Server database, whichever database version you have installed. You need to know the ODBC driver version for that, and you need to have the driver installed. Then the server is this one, right? This server matches with my server name. If you see here, right? Laptop 817 something something, and then database is db1 as you saw here, and then it's a trusted connection. Yes. So for trusted connection is yes. For that you have to go to the properties and view connection properties, and it has to be Windows authentication. Unless it's Windows authentication, it will not be able to use the trusted connection. So what trusted connection means is that you don't need to provide a login password and ID. It will use your Windows ID itself, right? And then once the connection is established to your database, to your server, you have to use something called a cursor. The cursor is nothing but basically it will use the connection that is created and use it to execute the queries that you specify. Okay. So let's say I will create cursor equal to form.cursor, right? And then once you do that, you can use the cursor to execute queries. So I have this query output that I showed here, right? Again, and then I do select star from the same statement, whatever I have, right? So same statement I'm gonna execute here, right? So you have to also specify the schema name, which is DBO, and then you have to do rows equal to cursor dot fetch all. So it is going to fetch all the records that are available in the table. Now you have to iterate through all the rows that are available. Right now we have one row. So for that, let's insert one other record. For example, we will do widget and then the location maybe Ranchi, and then we'll say sorry. Okay. Now if you do select start from test underscore db and exclude it. So you have two records, right? So if you have two records, it's going to iterate through each of the records and then print each of the records, right? And then once that is done, you will close the connection. Okay. So if everything goes as expected, it will say query executed successfully. So let's run this query and see if it's giving us the expected results, right? So what we'll do is we'll run this. See, here you got both the records that you're seeing in the SQL Server query output printed out here, and it says query executed successfully. So there's no difference between the results that you got from SQL Server as well as from the PyODBC Python connectors, right? So that's how we connect to Microsoft SQL Server. I hope you liked this video and you understood how to configure your Python configurations and how to set up your cursors and connections, and how to give the driver details, server details, database details, and how to run queries, and you can even format these the query outputs. You can put in data frames and can do everything. Okay. So with all that, I'm going to close this video. Thanks a lot for watching, and if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so, because I'm going to bring up more videos like this, and hope to see you there.